This is Apollo 1, where the Americans, independently, learnt their lesson about the dangers of pure oxygen. The story of that tragedy began on a cold January morning in 1967, when 3 astronauts walked out to face the cameras before beginning tests on their new space capsule. They were Ed White, Roger Chaffee, and one of the heroes of the American space program, Gus Grissom. It was just after noon on that terrible day when Grissom led Chaffee and White to the launch tower, where the capsule was waiting. Once the men were inside, the capsule would be pressurized with pure oxygen, creating the same conditions as the Russian isolation chamber. This would be the last time anyone saw the 3 men alive. The day was already going badly. Communications between Mission Control and the capsule kept breaking down.
Can say again, please.
At one point, Grissom made his famous remark about how are we going to talk to somebody on the moon if we can't talk between 2 or 3 buildings here at the Cape.
Can say again, please.
There was great confusion on the intercom loops. I was listening to the test conductor. I was listening to the voice loop from the astronauts inside the spacecraft.
Okay,
Shortly thereafter, then there was the call of something like fire in the spacecraft.
I thought I heard some high-pitched voices. I thought I heard somebody say, we're on fire. I thought I heard somebody say, get us out of here. I was fearful. I didn't know it was as much a holocaust as it was.
The hatch was not designed to be opened quickly. It took 5 minutes. By then, all 3 astronauts were dead.
The Apollo 1 fire, for many people, especially for me when we heard about it, sort of brought the world to a stop. Never did we believe that we would lose 3 of our colleagues on the ground before they even got into space.
The Apollo 1 fire was a tragedy that was, in the first case, preventable, and in the second case, should never even proceeded to the point where it needed to be prevented.
NASA was in shock and facing a barrage of criticism and wild speculation about what had happened. They launched an inquiry and soon made a horrifying discovery. Apollo 1, which everyone knew would have a pure oxygen atmosphere, had been packed with unprotected electrical cabling, surrounded by highly combustible materials.
We had the whole damn thing full of Velcro because the astronauts wanted to be able to stick things to the walls, to the console, to the everywhere, so it wouldn't be floating around. It traps all this oxygen in there, and you hit that thing with a flame, it almost literally exploded.
There's never been a full explanation of how the fire had been allowed to happen. But officially, the finger was pointed at managers who failed to manage and engineers who didn't think things through.